Fly fishermen, people that want to become fly fishermen, people that want to learn about fly fishing. Hey, I am the Grumpy Fly Fisherman, and I am going to share a treat with you tonight. And this is a pattern. Hang on, I got a booger on my glasses. Let me clean that off real quick. I'm going to show you how to tie a fly pattern that I started tying back in the late 80s. And it was my go-to pattern, both fishing personally and as a guide, especially post runoff, which is where we are now in Colorado, all the way through fall. It is LG Stillborn Trude. You won't find it anywhere else. It's a downwing pattern that absolutely crushes fish, usually from mid-morning to late morning through the rest of the day into the evening, this time of year on our western rivers. And I'm going to show you how to tie it. I have not shared this with anybody ever, but I am not going to take the pattern with me to the grave. So hopefully you guys can enjoy this video and tie some up and give me some feedback. Excuse me. You're not going to need a lot of tying material. It's a very easy pattern that crushes. That's why I used it so much when I was guiding. First of all, pink thread. This is just standard 8/0 fluorescent pink thread, Danville thread. You're going to use some brown Zealon. I've actually had this pack for about 30 years. And you are going to have white calf body hair. You are going to have brown hackle and dubbing. Anyway, here is how to tie LG's Stillborn Trude pattern. You will crush on this thing. If you don't, I don't know what's up, but it's been a great pattern for me now for over 30 years, and I'm going to share it with you right here on the Grumpy Fly Fisherman. So enjoy the video, tie some up, and leave some feedback. If you think the fly's awesome, let me know. If you think it sucks, that's fine. That's fine as well. But give me a like, subscribe. I got some more great patterns coming up on the channel now that I'm kind of getting back to normal health-wise, and I can use my hands again. And we're all good. Enjoy the video. This is Larry G's Stillborn Trude. All right, fellow fly fishermen, and those wanting to be fly fishermen, you can do it. This is LG's Stillborn Trude. This fly will catch you more fish than any fly you've ever fished with when it gets to dry fly season. So I'm going to tie this in a size 14. Typically, I got stuff all over the place as usual. Bear with me. It's made to, it's tied to resemble a mayfly stuck in its shuck and floundering around in the surface of the water. And it's a pattern that is easy to see, and it's very effective. So it was a great pattern back when I was guiding, back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. I still use it pretty exclusively. Caught a bunch of fish on it a couple days ago. So I'm going to share this with you. And this is a pattern you should add to your fly box. If you enjoy the pattern, comments would be appreciated. Either way, if you think it sucks, that's fine. But anyway, this is LG Stillborn Trude. And I always tie it with pink thread. Don't ask why. That's years and years ago, 30 years ago, I started tying this pattern with pink thread, and it just stuck. So we're going to do pink thread, and then I'm going to tie a very sparse trailing shuck / tail with brown Zealon. And when I say sparse, I'm going to say, a handful of fibers. Typically 4 to 6 fibers. In this case, I've got a few more. And then I'm going to trim those roughly the length of the hook. And then my body's just going to be pink thread. And you can taper this a little bit. I'm not a stickler about super neat flies. So this extra, I could have pulled this through to make it even, but I'm just going to trim it off. At this point now, I'm going to get some dubbing. And I've always liked kind of a peacock herl color dubbing that's flashy for this bug. So I've got a dubbing dispenser, and this is kind of a peacock flashy black. And we're just going to build basically a mid-body thorax here. So again, a little bit of flash in there. And I tie this in somewhere about mid-hook, like so. And that serves as both a body, but more importantly on this pattern, it helps keep my Trude wing. So the Trude pattern is a downwing pattern, and my Trude wing is going to be white calf body, hair. And I'm going to cut off a clump of that. And I'm going to stack it. Should have used my mini stacker, but I didn't. So I like to stack my calf tail wing. And then we're going to tie this in. I like to tie it just a little longer than the hook. Couple of loose turns, and then secure it back to that dubbing ball. And you can see how it flares that wing up. So super easy pattern to this point. A couple of strays in there. Let's get rid of those because you know they're going to block your tippet when you're trying to tie it on the line. And I just kind of taper this. Okay, so there we go. We got our trailing shuck, we got our body, and we got our wing. Super easy pattern to tie and deadly. I'm telling you right now, deadly pattern. I haven't shared this with anybody for 35 years, but you know, I'm not going to take it to the grave with me, so you guys get to see it. Then I like to use a brown hackle feather, appropriate for the size of the fly. And we're going to just trim the end of that so I can tie it in. Boom. Like so. And then we are going to take our hackle pliers. And my hand still isn't functioning great. I had hand surgery just under 3 weeks ago, so just kind of getting it back to normal. And then we're going to tie in our hackle. And I like to tie it fairly thick. It helps the bug float. Couple of laps with my thread to secure that in place. And then let's trim that off. And then we're going to whip finish our fly to finish it. Now we can, any stray fibers, we can just trim them. So just give it a good whip finish. And that's the fly, folks. That will be a fly that you catch so many fish on. That is LG's Stillborn Trude. And then what I like to do is I'll clip some of these bottom fibers off so the fly floats upright. So just trim some of those off. You know, take a good look at it. You don't leave a couple, like I got a couple on the side here, the fly won't float properly. So that's it. That right there is LG Stillborn Trude. Tie them up. Give me a like, subscribe, give me some feedback. Tie them up and use them. It's a great pattern. And any mayfly hatch, even during a caddis hatch, this fly absolutely crushes. So, and it's easy to tie and super effective. And you can see it because of the big white wing. That's it. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching the video. And we'll see you on the next one. I'll be tying up some more bugs. I think I'm going to do some hippie stomper tying in the next video. So Enjoy.